Despite Noah Peeters not getting the results he wanted, his Intermarché Wanty team had a brilliant time at the Tour de la Provence. 2 stage wins for Louis Barret got cycling fans talking about the team and Peeters, but shortly after the end of the race, manager Eike Wiesbeek announced that Peeters was to be dropped to the development team to race the Tour of Rwanda. Peeters was joined in Rwanda by Hubert, Tom Paco and Gilbert from the main team, with 3 riders from Wanty Nippo ReUz. So, let's see how we did. Stage 1 was a sprint, where Alpecin Deceuninck's development team controlled the 3-rider breakaway, while Little Trek Future took care of the sprint. The dominant lead out from the team left Liam O'Brien to drop off Matteo Milan, who claimed the first yellow jersey of the race. Danish pro Christopher Juhl Jensen in the Hagens Berman Jayco team to regain fitness sprinted to second, with Lars van den Heijden of Soudal Quick-Step development third. Because he took bonus seconds at the intermediate sprint, Hubert Aerts of Wanty Nippo ReUz slipped into third in the overall standings, with Nicolas Milesi in the King of the Mountains jersey. The next stage had a similar profile, but a very different top 3. Alpecin Deceuninck initially were the best of the lead-out trains, but through the centre came Visma Lease-A-Bike development, looking to position their sprinter Jed Smithson. But slipping onto the wheel of the British rider and bursting past was Van den Heijden to win the stage and move into the lead of the race. Smithson finished outside of the top 3 in what was an extremely close run sprint. Davide Donati and Sylvain Dillier ran the Quick-Step development rider closest. As well as the yellow jersey, Van den Heijden moved into the lead of the points classification with the victory. Stage 3 was a team time trial. Wanty Nippo ReUz were first on the road, but the ever-improving conditions meant the late runners went quickest. Equipe Continentale Groupama FDJ produced a good performance to end third, with Hagens Berman Jayco the surprise package in second, but nobody could beat Ineos Grenadiers against the clock. The British team brought a mix of experienced World Tour riders and youngsters, with Ben Swift donning the yellow jersey and Jamie Witcher taking the white jersey from Van den Heijden. The last flat stage of this tour was frantic, as it was the final opportunity for the pure sprinters to take a victory away from Rwanda. A 4-rider breakaway group was caught just over 15 kilometres before the finish, which meant a bunch sprint would occur. No team controlled the front despite the efforts of Alpecin, Hagens Berman Jayco and Visma, but Lars van den Heijden proved why he was the best sprinter at the race by surfing the wheels and capitalising on the situation. The Belgian edged out Matteo Milan by a tyre, with both riders emerging as the favourites to win the green points jersey. Stage 5 was the first road stage that was not panned flat, but a bunch did end up sprinting for the win. 3 riders, including Noah Peeters and his Wanty teammate Moail Girmay, almost made it all the way to the finish, but were caught by a charging peloton. Little Trek's Patrick Boyer-Fulquier made a late charge, hoping for the peloton to look at each other, but UAE Gen Z chased the Danish rider down. On the steep finishing straight, Tom Paco packed enough punch to beat Thomas Patterson and the pre-stage favourite Alessandro Covi to win Wanty's first stage at the Tour of Rwanda. Ben Swift conceded the yellow jersey to teammate Jamie Witcher, whilst Moail Girmay took the polka dot jersey after his escapade earlier in the stage. After coming close to winning the day before, Stage 6 was ultimately successful for the morning breakaway. Moail Girmay was the strongest of a group of 10 that went up the road, including Wanty teammate Hubert and Jonathan Lastra of Covidis. The Eritrean went solo in the final 20 kilometres of the stage to seal victory, and 2 stage wins in a row for Wanty. Callan Caldwell of EF Education Volo gained 6 seconds on the peloton, with Luca Giammi rounding out the top 3. By taking those seconds, Caldwell moved up to 3rd overall, with Girmay rising into the top 15 following his stage win. The breakaway were controlled on stage 7 by a combination of Visma and UAE, with the latter getting the payoff at the summit of the final climb. Alessandro Covi provided it, attacking away from the rest of the riders to take the victory. Noah Peeters took 2nd place on the summit finish, with Ryan Gall of Picnic Costanel development team in 3rd, the only riders to finish within a minute of Covi. The Italian World Tour rider took the leader's yellow jersey, with Peeters making up for lost time in previous stages. Jamie Witcher dropped to 2nd but retained his white jersey, 9 seconds ahead of Quick-Step Development's Victor Soonens. The final stage was contested by the breakaway again, with Tom Paco becoming the 2nd rider to take 2 stage wins in this edition of the Tour of Rwanda. The Belgian attacked on the final climb of the day after teammate Gerben Kuipers thinned the breakaway group from 13 to 7. As Alessandro Covi attacked the descent of the final climb, Paco had time to sit up and take the acclaim of the crowd. executing a solo victory and sealing a third Wanty stage win. Clement Izquierdo was second for Cofidis, while Alessandro Covi took more time and won the overall classification by 1 minute and 8 seconds. Noah Peeters was the highest ranking Wanty rider overall, finishing 8th. Tom Paco's stage win meant he stole the green jersey away from Lars van den Heide at the very last, while teammate Mawal Girmay dominated the mountains classification. And finally, Jamie Witcher looks to be a potential star of the future, taking the white jersey on his debut for the Ineos Grenadiers. So that brings to an end a more successful race for Noah Peeters, but it's time to look at the bigger races. I'll be streaming Paris-Nice and Tirreno Adriatico on Twitch, which is linked in the description and on screen right now, so give that a follow if you're interested, and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. I've tried something a little bit different, so let me know in the comments as well how you think it went, just to make the series go a little bit quicker, and leave a comment because I'll use them for storylines and ideas to make the series better. For now then, I will see you in the next video as our journey continues, but stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.